Nina Salima to Escaloko, student of Batch Memorial Senior Secondary School, Makeni. The world don't understand violence against Pikin. Violence itself, in a threat for terrorism, it is any act, it is any harmful act or force against we the Pikin or against any individual. Really before saying they destroy that individual in a being. It can either be emotionally or what? Economically. Some of the violence the way we experience as students right now. The one thing is that first for by pamphlet, so before so you're not supposed to be so, and some of you not get the money. And two, if however you read, you students. If that teacher don't tell you in the failure, we get some certain teachers them in some different schools them where they can try for make with the students, especially with the girl child, with the students and become drop out in the sense they try for tell you say they want to approach you. They say I want for making me wife in the future. As soon as you deny them, and they try all carry for make you go able see you downfall in terms of examination. And you can take and say where some teachers will tell you say I want make you go just like I say I want make you go do for me any work. Like say in the tell you say I want make you go get for me water or make you go do for me with things there where you come out school tomorrow. As soon as you know do them, you don't fail. And not go tell you in just can do them on you. You not go know. So these are the things that we will be facing as students at school.
My name is Michaela Stue, na St. Francis Senior Secondary School at the attend. I there for talk about violence at home. First of all, when we say violence at home, now some things them where they do physical force or emotional force to children or youth na their home there where they cause discomfort to that individual person there. First of all, I can like for talk again, but the fight na us between parents them. Whenever fight they na us between two parents them, it can cause violence and home violence to we the Pikin them. Certain times that they beat with the Pikin them to a way that the Pikin not able for do waiting for do again. And with parents that they get some kind of conflict, it can lead also to starvation. Food for eat not a day because the mommy and the daddy, if the mommy and the pa get problem, that one matter then they counter onto the Pikin them. And due to this starvation, the Pikin not they get time for going to school. Even if you go to school, you know they able for listen to the teacher they say sleep, or even you know they go to school they go to treat, and this they evolve into stealing. If you not get tea for it, they go fend other side for eat it or big. And again at the hostel again, they know they give Pikin them, they know they give Pikin the allowance for maybe they go to school for make them learn. Instead they give them market them for sale. While of course at that age you they see some of them kind Pikin them they go to school. Then all markets that they go na different market then they go and sell then food and they or the things they would then get at their head.
My name is Jamnat Abdullah. I there for talk about teenage pregnancy and early marriage. Teenage pregnancy, this is a pregnancy where you Pikin they get at the age of below 18 years. While early marriage, this where Pikin they forced into marriage below the age of 18 years, where it not good and where it happen in our country today. These are the things that they cause teenage pregnancy and early marriages and today in our community are one, na poverty. Most of the people that now today they know they able to afford for women. So in that we force ourselves into teenage pregnancy. Like for example, in the villages, what would they if a chief get money or a rich? So people they force themselves to one for make we marry that particular chief day, and what is not good. And secondly, most of we the Pikin and our millionaire as this. Technology don't influence we. For example, phone. If me party get phone at school, when me not get, that is the influence me greatly for my life into teenage pregnancy. And also, most of we the Pikin and now today, we not live with we own parents them. So in that, if we live to auntie them and they treat you bad, we not good. So that they also force me into early marriages. So we go on the streets, we do things we not fit for do, and that also go lead me into early marriages.
My name is Sabori. I attend a bush. I have to talk about child exploitation. Me, I'm born of Kailan. I get one of my uncle way in the book in a fitter. I been take along a good take me to the parents there with the assurance say they can't put me in a school. You come and not be able to measure up. You can't tell me say my with me while for 1 year I study. After we study, you be able to put me in a school, I will able to continue. Now tell her say I'm not able. I say uncle I been a fine if you don't talk instead that you can't me I say I will carry it for 1 year. This school is to me backwardness. Now I call me that, tell her say me not ready for land. So I get for visit one of my uncle within New York. I get for responsible for paying fees for that 1 year. Until I get for return Kalam back as MSE, I can't continue to school. Right now they do SSS3 Act.
Me na Princess School. I come up from KRS. I dey here today for talk about violence against girls and women. For example, the woman he go married to other man, but he be get pikin. Where the pikin in biological pikin, but the woman in man get for go dey sleep with the pikin. But when they sleep with the pikin they go tell mama say, in man they sleep with her, but the woman no they believe. So after the part of vaginator, he don't misuse her. Then the mommy can catch the red-handed. Then the pikin run away, he go. No need for me to stay at the house. Because one, it don't spoil in virginity. Then the part of misuse her. And when they at the house, they see the part, he know they feel fine. He just take him back there. Then he left the house. Then now he go. So now all don't see this now one of the effects where they violate or where it they spoil with the woman there and the pikin there today. Na salon.
My name is Stephen Ewa. I come out from Kono. I purely talk about this social exclusion and as well as unemployment of youth. We actually don't become the order of the day. Unemployment of the youth, obviously, a thing, you know, a real life situation, I believe, where we all aware and know about. Now, this unemployment, obviously, I just want to make, like for instance, make a cite an example, you know, to even my own best friend, you know, 5 years now from where he graduates, you know, na university, but till now, he not even able to get job it. Although he gets all the masters, he gets in paper, but yes, the unemployment is not there. We also look at this social exclusion. Social exclusion, sometimes then the people that just go and make decisions on their own, they're not able to make no inclusion of Pekin, obviously. So if you look at all this, it affects young people then in one way or the other, in diverse way, obviously. Yeah.
Parents or guardians should monitor their children that are staying far away from them in schools or boarding homes. Secondly, we say we should appeal to government to abolish poor educational system to limit the alarming rate of teenage pregnancy. And the third point we say to enforce, we say to effect proper implementation on the code of teachers.
Mina Monica Yeni Galowa. Mina a student of Every Nation College. I do mass communication and journalism. My topic here this afternoon, I will talk on violence on children with disability. Well, violence on children with disability now a painful thing what they can do with people with disabled. In most cases, people with disabled when in our communities there where they find themselves, whenever they want for go play with their company. If now somebody like where they use clutch, they will put that clutch in their hand, then they punish them. Then they laugh and provoke them. It's like at times they can stigma the pikin because of the disability. Then also I don't get a case where somebody blind they with auntie they go school. This as for blind people where they go school with the tool you use for right now typewriter. Because of the woman whether you know like the person or not, if they take in my sheet, it fling it point in my sheet, it say education not for blind man. Like you always feel say because somebody blind or you disabled, any form of disability, like you always feel say when you disabled, you never do anything. And disability not to inability, despite you physical form, you're able to do anything where able man can do, and you can even do a past post where able way feel say able weak. And like also in the Disability Act, it also give provision so we say wherever we go, like some of the schools where they attend, the schools are for be disabled friendly. Let's look at some schools there. Majority of schools are not disabled friendly. If like picky they go na a school where disabled where they in a wheelchair, they not get any wheelchair where in that picky for use for climb up gonna in classes, except a company they go for they go in total. If blind man they go school na any institutions where not disabled friendly at all, where you get some step there where they claim up candle. At times teachers do not keep it also disabled friendly with the picky and with the youth they wouldn't have some of the institutions there. Like if you did school, like for example you were blind, because me na a visual impaired somebody, I dey talk I'm out of experience. You were blind, if teacher they teach or lecturer they lecture, you understand? You can only get your notes on records. Where in the lecture they record, some lecturers they can read too fast. If you talk say please sir come over again, go tell you say if you say this is not class 1, some teachers they not friendly at all to a person with disability who the fence and some of them schools and they. Some there they treat picky if person with any picky with disability asks any question at school. They'll talk say but no can waste with time because they feel the way disabled, you just don't go waste their time at school. You know for go school that you know even important na society. Most times some picky they even at the home like within their families them. If you want to go play with your company, say but go studio where you blind so you not sorry for yourself, or go studio where you foot not better like they want can play. So then they all they make picky they feel so sad, they feel say because of mistakes so they treat me so.